Hello, everyone. My name is Dion Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we're coming to you live from the top 8 of the St. Louis Grand Championship. My co-host for this round is
John Babcock.
That's right, the one and only John. Now, we have Nick Tobin versus Chris Lane here. Chris Lane has returned. We're trying to get another match there, but we had a couple of people who weren't they weren't ready yet. They said not yet was the response.
Stakes are still high.
Yeah, I mean, sure. But wouldn't you want to play in the cleanest game possible?
You know, I'm a Nick Tobin fan, so
that's right. I'm also a Nick Tobin fan,
so it's okay. So I'll explain Nick Tobin's list.
Go for it.
So he just target locked all the rocks, and the reason why is he's got Plo Koon at I-5 with Chopper. Right? People call it Chopper, but for a public, it's C1, 1OP. So what we'll see here is he's more than likely going to burn those 2 charges as quickly as possible, so that way Plo can start jamming.
Yep.
Constantly. And then he's got I-5 Obi-Wan with Sense, R2 and Delta, so that way he can spend a force, look at a dial, and put Plo in blocking distance, which then return becomes jam distance. And then he's got Mace, who's heightened perception, R2 Astromech, and Delta 7B, because that I-4 initiative is nice for moving and blocking,
right? But you want to hit
not always
sooner,
shoot. Yep. So spending a force to then shoot at 7 can create some really cool kill shots. Kind of interested to see who he might kill shot here, because Chris has Vader, Sense, Fire Control, Merrick, Crackshot, Fire Control, Whisper, Juke, 5th Brother. So Mace will always move first, but Mace might be the first one to kill something.
And with the 3 Force, he actually has the Force economy to afford to use heightened perception. That's the problem with 2 Force Jedi people who try to use it. It's like, well, can you afford that?
And depending on when Plo is jammed and when he is not, Plo could still throw Mace a focus token. Or Plo could always throw an evade token too. It's gonna, burn the force count, but Tobin has a lot of tricks. And we played a couple weeks back, and we played just one game, 75 minutes, but then we talked for 75 minutes.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those toolboxy. Hey, I have a toolbox full of tools, but how do I use them all? Correctly. And so something, we mentioned was this target lock rocks. Because if the jam doesn't go the right way,
you have something to fall back on.
Yeah, you have something to fall back on. And it's something that I don't think Chris has played against, because he has not target locked a rock yet.
Yeah. He's about to learn.
Yeah.
I don't know if the top 8 is when you want to learn something like that, though.
Right. It's a really quick thing to do and just to forget about. Like, I think it's a good, if you're new to the game and you know what jam does, on turn 1, just target lock a rock as your action, if you can afford it. If you're trying to reposition, I get it. But otherwise, think nothing of it. Trust me. And just target lock. Also, heightened perception. I ended up trying Tobin's list once and played something similar to what Chris has. And if heightening Mace to shoot before Whisper is huge. Because if you don't, Whisper could hit something and then have another evade token.
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm actually kind of excited we got this one.
Yeah, Nick is one of those opponents. Like, I've played quite a few games with him, and they're always super tight because he's very rare that he takes risks. He's very calculated in his play, and what you're looking for is that moment when he's going to take that calculated risk, but you don't know when it's going to happen because he does play pretty cagey. Very smart player.
So people are saying, doesn't the jammer decide the token? So the reason why, as the opponent, you would jam a rock is because the second Tobin assigns you a jam, you only have a lock, so he has to get rid of it.
Right.
if he jams you and you haven't locked a rock, then after you move and decide your action, that action's gone. So it's like a quick.
Already? Oh.
It's a quick way to kind of use the jam as the jam tactic against your opponent.
I think I walked away. Sorry, go ahead.
No, some people were asking, doesn't the jammer decide when or which token to burn?
Mm-hmm.
If you only have the lock on the rock, then they have to get rid of that.
Yeah, exactly.
So just a small thing there. Of course, jamming off Whispers of Aid tokens so I can't decloak.
It's a big deal.
Would be awesome, right? There's a lot of would be awesomes when jam is around. Duncan Howard wasn't the cut, right? Top 64. And day 2 was saying, like, white jam is kind of gross. And
do you remember when jam was ranged 1 to 2 in arc?
1 to 2 in arc, yeah. That was right at the end at 1.0.
Yep.
But it still wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
There were times where it's, yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and start our Choose Your Champion poll. Type 1 in the chat for Nick, 2 for Chris, who we're going to go ahead and break down his tools in a minute here. Again, 1 is a vote for the Republic, and 2 is a vote for the Empire.
I know Tobin has practiced against similar things, right? The second you bring a list to the table and it's after Worlds, all right, how does it face against the top 16 list? And Vader will just make Plo disappear because it's not Delta 7. So you're relying on that 3 agility.
Yep.
And if Plo doesn't have focus or has a weird force status, Vader can just like range 1, bunch of hits, bunch of crits, and you're gone.
Now, on Chris's side, also having the Merrick Steel ability to be able to, when you do have your opponent suffer a crit, being able to look at those 3 cards and choose the worst one for the situation, could be really bad for Jedi.
Yeah.
It could be a bad day very fast. Doing something like giving them a,
But to choose the crit too, like when Merrick draws and he sees a blinded pilot, like, well, they're Jedi.
Yeah.
Like, blinded isn't the worst thing for him. Like, blinded pilot on like some generics, sure.
Yep.
But yeah.
Now, important to point out that Plo does not have any title whatsoever.
Right.
No 7B, no CLT. He couldn't afford it. He is at 200 points. He is at the ceiling. Yeah. So we're gonna see a delayed engage from Nick. He definitely likes to control when everything happens. That yellow, blue, and red target lock right here. Those are all belong to the corresponding Jedi.
Tobin rocking the yellow Mace Windu. Little story there. At the Bloomington Normal Hyperspace Trial, the tournament organizers had set up a pool of ships painted by
Luke Carrington of the Gold Squadron Paycast every Mondays and Thursdays at 6:30 Central.
And I forget the exact story of it, but Tobin really wanted the Mace Windu paint scheme, but he didn't get it.
No.
So he was a little disappointed. So that's why he doesn't have a mace.
And that's the story.
Yeah.
Yep. I think those were a really popular set when we were giving away those painted ships.
Oh yeah.
We gave away a ton of painted ships and all kinds of stuff at Worlds. That's why you notice that the giveaways for our St. Louis can't be as big as Worlds, right? No worries. There's big things coming. You got to give us time to recharge.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like a Jedi, 5 forward through a gas cloud.
That's right. Just give me some time.
Regen your force, regen your shields.
Lock it down, R2.
Yeah.
All right, here is a 2-bank. Trying to see if you can start to clip Whisper early. Obi-Wan does have 7B.
Kind of deciding if this is the engagement he wants to take or not. because Whisper hasn't moved yet, and getting in closer might be good. Getting out might be better, but looks like choosing some violence maybe.
Nick, he can afford it. He's got regen.
Right, and this is Vader, right?
All right, so here is a bank from Plo. Yeah, that's Vader, the red one.
Down there.
He's out of the fight.
Mm-hmm.
He's got no afterburners. We're not gonna be able to worry about him for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So this right here might be where he passes the evade, or he keeps it. I'm not sure. But either way, move first, shoot first. Probably shoot with Obi-Wan first at Whisper if Whisper's still an arc.
Waiting for Merrick, seeing if he clips the gas cloud. By the look of it, the answer is yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that looking at the way that those nubs are lined up, I don't know if he has a straight maneuver next turn that doesn't hit the glass cloud in front.
Mm-hmm. He might have a one forward.
Yeah, but we're getting an engagement here a lot earlier than I thought we were going to.
Right, I thought we'd dance more.
And Whisper also goes over the cloud.
Yeah, so no focus, no barrel roll, no nothing.
So Nick's going to have 3 shots, I think.
Yeah,
Mace is in range.
So only doing 4 forward from Vader. Probably barrel roll, left or right. Try and get in this fight. I'd go left, so that way you have a 5 forward or a 3 bank next turn.
It's going to the right is the more visually satisfying. You feel like you're closer, but I think it might take you more time, and you risk hitting the debris there as well. So we're at the start of engagement phase.
Right. All right. So here's that mace thing I was telling you about. Spending the force to shoot before Whisper, because Tobin also has initiative. So he dumps all of his shots into Whisper before Whisper even shoots. It's kind of like the double-edged sword of Whisper.
Here we go. That's how you get that started. Hit, crit, crit. Only 1 evade out there. Sets to spend the evade, not to damage.
Spend something, yeah.
Nick does not mind if he...
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, like, it's the same result, essentially, because...
This whole matchup is about burning the tokens and lining up the shots. And you have to do both things at once.
Range 1 into Whisper. 4 dice, as it is 7B.
I think
I'd burn it. Just go for it.
Yeah, you have to. The crit at the end is.
Oh, you heard Nick call it. He called violence. 3 hits and a crit. He's taking at least 3. He's taking a crit.
Yeah, he's taking a crit.
Can't stop it.
You know, there's no points for Blow to get a 3rd dice in this list.
Yeah. Spends the evade. Hit, crit.
Oh, man. Heart's racing now.
That's half points. Wounded Pilot there on Whisper.
And what does that one do?
Wounded Pilot says that after you perform an action, you roll a die on a hit or a crit. Take a stress. 2 dice coming in from Plo. See if he can put the nail in the coffin. Ooh, he spends it. He's calling violence.
Whoa. He just turned 2?
Yeah, he spent 2 force.
Oh, that's a chopper evade.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. That's a chopper evade. Okay, my bad. I thought he spent a force to take
Whisper
evade.
just got taken off the board, though.
Yeah.
73 points scored. Range 1 into Obi.
But guess what?
No juke is active.
Yeah.
But you know what? He traded half points for that can be regened.
Yeah, exactly. And Plo can pull the weapons disabled.
Yep.
Yeah, range 3 obstructed on both. The gas cloud is... Yeah.
1 crit onto Obi-Wan. Should be fine. Got him.
Disrespect.
Gas cloud was available as well.
Oh, man.
So I think this is the fastest engagement we've had. I think playing against Marcel rubbed up a little bit of aggression onto Nick.
You know, I know we're getting low on people in here, so the sound can bounce. But
you're right.
like, this might be Tobin's fastest, like, he might not end at time.
I have never.
Like, as a Republic player, you end at time.
Right, exactly.
With, like, aces. But, like, man, to have that swing that fast, it's
I don't. So Chris, he actually said it at the table. He played a lot of first edition. He's only been playing second edition for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So some of the
you have 3 pilot abilities.
Yep.
You have 2 force upgrades. You have 2 different astromechs. Like that's 7 triggers.
Right.
That's 7 new
and
things.
And all of them are new.
In one faction.
Right, exactly.
Right, and there's 7 factions. So, like, if there were 7 new things in 7 factions, that's 49 things to worry about.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So this just might be a little bit of inexperience showing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So the setup, with having Vader down here, and basically serving up Whisper and Vader, and Merrick, and one of the things that Chris did, if you looked at his opening, he kind of purposely had we'll call it an interesting angle, a not 45-90 on Whisper, which and same thing for Merrick, which made it so that these ships ended up at kind of these weird angles.
No, with the list like this, I would put it on the back row of your table edge and just like one bank.
Yep.
And because you have initiative, you got a jockey for that positioning that you want, and it's tough.
Yep.
Like, you're in the tournament, you want to play, but you also know that positioning is important. So that decision making of when to strike is, man, that couldn't have gone better for Tobin.
Yeah. I mean, just getting Whisper off the board. Whisper out of the entire list, because Vader is still predictable in his movements. Whisper is where you have some fits with being able to cover the table. A couple of things to note as well. Somebody had asked about the bracket. The bracket is updated. You can go ahead and type !bracket in the chat if you want to see what we have going on here with our round of top 8. And I want to remind you guys that this round and our entire stream has been brought to you by our patrons. You can go to patreon.com/Gold Squadron to become a part of the largest group of supporters we have. You get awesome swag, and we are starting to announce our upcoming wave of goodies. So people who become patrons starting this month will be getting that new wave, including our new general level, which will be getting 11x14 prints of our Soonterfell art, which is one of our most popular pieces. People ask for the card all the time.
Wow.
I mean, you did the inventory a couple weeks ago. There was
I
like
was
6 of them.
disappointed how few there were left. Yeah. Because I don't have one even. People.
Yeah.
So people were asking about initiative. So Tobin does have initiative, and he's at 200. Like we tried to find ways to chip points. When we played and we talked, it was like, do we do CLT? Because I mean that's a huge change for some of these Jedi. Like, I think it's 19 points on Obi versus like 3 or 4 points.
Regen K turn.
And did he sense that at all or no? No, because he has 1 force.
Yeah, he's got the 1 force.
I think he might bump here. But some of the
he kind of made.
Yeah.
Merrick could end up just right here in the middle anyway. So it just depends. Yep.
So they were just asking about jam. Okay, this is where you jam a rock, turn 1.
Yeah. So Chopper says 0 to 1. So because he chose himself, that's the blue target lock going off there for Plo.
It's like its own shields game.
Exactly.
Of like, yeah. All right, is that a K turn or attempted? No, it's 5 forward.
5 straight, and there he is, right in the middle.
Yeah.
Sitting in range 1 of both Plo Koon and Obi-Wan.
Well, but here's what's going to happen is Plo's going to pull the weapons disabled from Obi.
What's the range limitation on that?
0 to 2.
Oh, okay, definitely.
And Vader, I think afterburners, focus
He
target
doesn't have
locks.
afterburners.
That's right.
False.
Yeah. Barrel roll close and target lock and all the stuff. Now, if he shoots mace, I feel like that could be an early nail in the coffin. Like, losing Whisper is a huge snowball,
But target priority-wise?
it's 6 health, and you need to kill something. And Plo is a lot of utility for 51 points.
All right, so action 1, target lock. That's what the measurements were for?
Mm-hmm. And Chris is deciding, who's important here.
Mm-hmm.
Do I go after Mace, who is this Mace? No, that's Obi. Never mind.
Mace is on the bottom.
Yeah. But I think Plo should pull the weapons disabled.
All right, there you go. So his cards are matched up now. This is Mace.
Thank you.
Obi-Wan Plo. So they had the shields wrong. I was helping him out, getting all the stuff out, and I just set it up not the way he's used to. So they fixed it. They're good.
All right.
We're fine. This is fine.
It happens.
All right.
So start of engagement.
There's the pass from Plo Koon. So they're reading the card text right now against something Chris is not familiar with. Being able to pass that orange token by spending a force at range 0 to 2.
Mm-hmm.
There's a pass. Range 2 from Vader into Plo.
Yeah. So Vader target locked Plo.
Spends a force for hit crit using the advanced targeting computer, uses fire control system, hit crit.
A little nerve-wracking here for Tobin. I think he only has, one force mod?
Yep.
All right. And
just a shield.
Pops the shield, which is always feels good.
Yeah.
When you only have one shield.
Not taking
and
crits.
You're taking crits. Yeah.
All right. Range 1 from Obi-Wan. Now he only has a single force available.
Yeah.
That's good. Seems good.
Yeah.
Seems good, too. One crit gets through.
Yeah,
that'll be a
shields.
shield. Starting to blink away.
Yeah, Merrick might put some hurt here.
2 hits.
All right, it can't
Again,
kill.
only a single force.
Yeah, it can't kill Plo. And
Takes 1.
Plo gets to jam.
That is half points now.
Yeah. Yep.
So 73-26 right now. Both players on the board.
So Obi will be at 2 force, Mace will be at 3, and Plo will be at 2.
Mm-hmm.
I assume with Mace. Oh well, maybe I don't know if that fits. The 2 sloop would be pretty cool, or just 5K it.
Onto the debris.
Or 4. Spacing's weird. I'm not sure. But what'll be interesting is if Tobin senses.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's free. They're both range 1.
No, Obi.
Oh, it's from Obi-Wan. Sorry, it's from,
Obi,
I was looking at.
So yeah,
Mace.
Obi to Merrick is free, so he might just kind of hold on to the force. But at the same time, where does Plo go for this jam? Because I think we've seen Chris play. He's probably going to do a K turn.
Yeah, he's very aggressive.
And if it fits, Plo could hard one, spend a force to boost off the cloud, and get right up next to a Vader.
Oh, yeah.
Disengage the lock.
And that, the chopper.
Right, because choppers.
C10.
Yeah.
Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Where is that at? C110P.
Mm-hmm.
After you execute a maneuver, you may spend 1 charge. No, not that
So
part.
we're on the erratic side.
The erratic side. After you execute a maneuver, you must choose a ship at range 0 to 1.
Right, and so that fine-tuned is in the same window as erratic. So you could decide to boost and then get closer.
John, I'm regretting staying out last night. I'm so tired.
I was surprised I was the first one in bed.
Yep.
I was the youngest one in that hotel room. The young-bodied one.
So right now it looks like Plo. Look, he's debating the Plo right now. That's the dial that's out at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like pretty
With
set.
good reason.
Yeah. You have your options. He's debating.
Because you're also at 2 Hall.
Right.
Like,
And here's another thing. Chris is a player that Nick has never played before. So this is the part of the game where you have to, off of the turns you've seen, is guess what kind of player Chris is.
mm-hmm.
Is he willing to take the K turn? Is Vader just going to do a 1 bank and hope that Obi-Wan just lands in front of him?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think those are the 2 moves for Vader. It's either the K turn
Mm-hmm.
or the 1 bank. So this is that poker side of X-Wing showing up right now.
Does Plo only has 1 force? Okay. So another thing worth mentioning is Plo pulling Obi's next regen. Right, that's another option he has, and that could also be why he's thinking about the dial. I have played Chris before. This is the first time ever.
Right.
But I also have 7. We counted out like 7 abilities. So 7 abilities and 3 ships.
Yep.
So
I mean, if you're not used to it, you're just not going to see it. That's part of the whole decision-making process when you're playing a list is knowing all your abilities better than your opponent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like that heightened threw Chris off for sure.
Oh yeah, like wait, what? You can fire an inch of 7? Oh crap!
Yeah. But I wouldn't recommend Tobin's list to the faint of heart. It did well. It's like, well, you gotta.
That's a hard list to play.
It's one of the heavy reps. Because I remember him, texting me, and like I don't remember what I was doing, but he sent me the list. I was like, dude, I have no idea. I was like, it feels all over the place.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, I think it has legs. I was like, all right, show me then. So he showed up, kicked my butt.
Yep.
And I was like, all right.
Came out to pastimes. He never comes out to pastimes.
Yeah.
Cents on merit because it's free.
Yeah, free 99.
2 forward.
So Vader also sends.
So this is a 2 forward, and this is a 2 sloop. Sorry, for Merrick. For Merrick. This is for this one. 2 sloop for Mace. There, we're just going to see it.
Yeah.
2 forward for Merrick. So Mason knows that he's going to get a range 1 shot in the back of Merrick's steel right now.
It always kind of stinks when, like, as someone who's pretty much played Republic nonstop, when Mace K-turns, but he has no force to regen. It's like, oh, come on.
I paid for this ability.
Yeah.
Sure.
How did they mark?
Off the side.
Oh man. Okay. That's all right though, because he'll jam Merrick. So, Vader was in range. That means
Got him.
Vader has to spend one more force to do, that next action, right?
There you go. Yeah, that target lock's gone.
It's that 7-point astromech. And so when Tobin and I were talking about the list,
There's a regen call.
yeah, regen call. And guess who's gonna pull it?
Plo doing his job.
Yeah, man. We were talking about
2 bank. So right here, Merrick is going to have a shot at range 1. If Obi-Wan doesn't move.
So wait, Merrick has a 2 forward in? Or 1 forward?
2 forward. He moved already, didn't he?
No. Tobin moves first. So
Oh,
Merrick should be
you're right.
there.
Sorry.
And he might barrel roll left, but still take shots at Mace. What is going on?
Maybe I misheard it. Maybe it's not a 2 forward.
Hold on. I'm confused.
If he barrels in, maybe it wasn't a 2 forward.
Yeah. 4K? Maybe it is the 4K? I'm confused.
Let's find out.
Yeah.
We don't have to guess. We can just see. It's 4K.
Okay.
Hello there.
Oh, yeah.
Hello there. General Kenobi. My Obi-Wan is much better than my Grievous. All right, 4K. Obi-Wan ready to try to rip the roof off Merrick Steele there.
Mm-hmm. So while we talk about it,
Block here for Vader.
we were talking about how why doesn't Mace have Chopper? Because that was my first question. I was like, he's the first guy to go, lower initiative, this and that. And he's like, well, I want to try and hold off and try and get more I-4s and maybe more I-5s past, try and delay when the jam happens. Because I don't know if you know this, but Mace and Plo cost the same when they both have Delta 7. It's kind of interesting. So.
Start of engagement.
All
Shooting
right.
as a 7.
Shooting as a 7. Oh, man, did you pass up that Vader shot? No.
No.
Oh, three unobstructed to Merrick, though.
Yep.
Yeah, 3 unobstructed.
He wants to make sure he's focus firing.
Mm-hmm.
Seems good. 3 hits.
Mods.
He had the force. He had it. He just didn't need it. Takes 2.
All right.
That's half points on Merrick Steele. .98 points scored to 26. Obi-Wan, range 1, with that weapons disabled being passed.
Obi-Wan only has 1 force. Ugh.
It has the lock, though.
Has a lock. Hoping for a lot on the lock's part. Yeah, go for it.
Spends a force trying to finish the job here.
Yeah.
No modifiers, and that's it. He will get to shoot as they are both initiative 5.
I think, but who do you go for? All right, you just technically
You just lost
Merrick,
him.
But Plo's at 2-4 or 0 force, but 2 hull, and
You go at
Obi's
Obi-Wan.
range 1.
You go to Obi-Wan. There's no question. You get 3 dice if you have the shot. You had 3 dice. He has no modifiers.
That's true.
You have your best chance to score points right there, and he can't reach it anymore.
Well, he can't.
No, he spent two both
Oh,
charges
that's right.
already.
Yeah, both those are gone.
Lies is the Jedi over here.
You know, just got to bring those spare parts.
Here's the thing, though, with Vader out there, if Chris can really get locked in, and not be tilted, Vader can still do quite a bit of work.
Oh yeah. All right, shooting at Obi.
Got it.
All right. All right. So
That weapons disable comes off,
Yeah.
and so does Merrick Steele.
Plo at 1, Obi at 1, Mace at 3. It's funny. So when I tried Tobin's list recently, and I was playing someone who had something, they had Oliver's list,
Right.
World's Winner list. I had Mace left, and he could still finish the job. Like, theoretically, like, if Chris were to, hunker down and kill off Obi and Plo,
Right.
Mace is still in it.
Yeah.
As his own ace.
Yeah, and the sense right here is just going to do the work. It's going to do all the work to just because yes, Vader will be able to use sense to look at the other dials, but it doesn't matter.
I think Plo, you just too hard, so you're past the cloud.
Sure.
And you just jam Vader.
Yeah.
Like you do your job and you hide, because now you're behind a cloud with a force.
And that's if Vader doesn't just K-turn, which seems likely here.
Right. Which he might K or he might Talon, but either way, you should be behind the cloud for the most part, maybe. So, again, I've called things wrong before today. So
we've all been wrong before.
So
we just talk about the possibilities.
Oh yeah.
Somebody was asking, should we do an over/under on
right now?
30 minutes game? Will it be 30 minutes or less? Yeah. Is it lunch break after this? Or are we not taking a lunch break today? Do we know?
I'd feel mean shouting judge, and it's the stream table, and they like rush over here like, what are they doing wrong? Like, when's lunch?
We'll find out in a little bit.
What's the stream doing wrong? No. They're fine.
Nothing. Just want to know if we're doing lunch after this. I'm going to get some more water.
Yeah. All right. So sense check. It is free. Vader has a 2 hard to the left, so it looks like Vader will try and chase down Obi-Wan if possible. Mace has to move first.
He does have to move first.
Yep, 2 bank, which is pretty good information, knowing that Vader is going to go 2 hard left. So I'm just going to draw it up where it might be. And he's choosing to block it.
So what was the sense move?
So Vader has a 2 hard left.
Okay, so
and Mace just blocked it, which I think he's trying to give Obi time to regen. Right?
no, he can't regen anymore.
No,
But to get turned
saying
around.
his force.
Sure.
Obi's force.
Yeah.
Obi's force count is
You got
really low.
what are we regen? You can do so much with these Jedi.
Hey,
What? Which one?
Very. Yep.
Yep. It's a must. So there's the way it's worded. After you execute a maneuver, you choose somebody and jam him. It's not a May trigger.
So Plo setting up for the next couple turns, getting a target lock. Also, blocking Vader is a good strategy for when you 4K and want to shoot at him. So.
Pew pew pews. He'll have a couple force in the back. One, excuse me.
Yeah, and it doesn't look.
Will Vader have arc?
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Because Vader's 2 dice, 3 force. Yeah, Vader definitely doesn't have an arc, so Tobin will feel comfortable playing or spending the force on this attack. Plo probably hard ones next turn.
Vader, no shots. Uncontested here from Obi-Wan at range 3. This will be 3-on-3 here. 3-on-4, excuse me.
Yeah, 3-on-4. And what's Vader's force count at? It's got to be pretty high, right? All right, 2 hits.
Uses the force.
Yeah. All right, you're Tobin. You still spend a force to look at what Vader's doing, right? Even though, like, you have a pretty comfortable kill box. Maybe?
I mean, these Jedi are so maneuverable, you can punish them with any of them. So, yes. Yes, you do it.
All right, so in yellow, I'm going to draw what I think Tobin's looking at. We got a 2 sloop for Mace, 1 hard for Plo. And I think you sense. You spend this force for sense. And then...
I think you do a fast move, right?
Right. You maybe do a 3, which ends you somewhere in there. And then you use your second boost barrel roll. And then action boost barrel roll. I think that's what you do. But what do I know? I got 17th.
17th, day 1B, never forget. You were the chosen one. And then, I don't know if you're aware of this. I don't know if this is going to make you feel better or worse. But person number 17 of day 1A got in because one person dropped.
All right, I'm going to head out. Give me the keys.
Give me the keys. I'm leaving.
I drove with Dion, so I'm at his mercy.
You drive first half, I drive second half?
That's fine.
Yeah, cool. All right. I mean, I figure since you have work tomorrow, I don't. So you can get a little nap before.
Yeah, that works. Oh, I mean, we could make it a poll. Who drives first?
Who drives first?
Who takes first shift?
I don't know. Kayla handed me this. She's, here's a gummy bear. And she's like, oh, that's melatonin. I'm like, you're going to make me sleepy. What are you doing? So if I pass out during this commentary, you know why.
All right, guys, I don't know how to update all the stats, but we're just going to say that round 4 is also Triple Jedi versus Imperial Aces. Oh, 3 straight, which is blue.
Mm-hmm. Clears the stress.
Mm-hmm.
Boba Fett 13, you're mean.
What do you say?
Dion drives it all. That is just mean.
He drives a lot.
I do drive a lot.
But he does not drive those sweet Patreon cards into a plastic slip that is then taped into an envelope.
No, no, you do that.
And then
but
then stamped.
But I pay you to do that.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
But, All right, so spending the force to sense.
And here we go.
And the 3 forward was enough.
Plo Koon whiffs. Has a target lock. Use it. That's a good conversion rate. But Natty's out.
All right. This is not where you want to be as the opponent of Republic, because when you start seeing all those red force go back to pink, it just means the firepower is coming back up.
That's right. You can get more bang for your buck, more shenanigans, more movement.
Oh, yeah.
In honor of these TIE Advance, we do have a donation that was given.
Oh, nice.
For a giveaway, we have a metal TIE Advance card that we'll be giving away a little bit later. And Mace right now facing to the right side. Probably doing some type of turnaround maneuver. Free sense.
Yeah, get in the block with Obi. Free sense. All right. So that little point help us out somewhere over here for Vader. I like to leave that up just so we have an idea.
And a 2 sloop for Obi-Wan.
Okay, so
confirmed.
So violence is chosen.
That's right. There's the K turn.
Yep. I think Mace might be out of this fight, though.
Yeah, he'll be just out.
Yeah.
He'll come back.
Yeah, and guess what? Even though Vader still has no tokens, because he's been jammed and blocked repeatedly, here's another jam.
Just in case.
Yeah, and guess what? You're taloning. And guess what? Even though you're stressed, there's still going to be a jam. So.
Jacob Slayer, I use their Ultra Pro flexible sleeves. Well, you had the hard sleeves at first and then realized, wait, we could fit more.
Yeah.
And it was way easier and faster to pack them.
Yeah, you're not like fighting it.
Ones
or
we're using
bending
right now.
cards even. Yeah.
Oh, it's a Talon roll. T-roll? Sorry, I didn't hear you. I thought it was a 3 hard.
All right, so Mace is out of this fight, but he should be in the next fight.
Oh, wait, I have one of the box right here. It's the semi-rigid card holders. I was like, wait, we have using one of the box for the giveaway stuff.
All right.
No shenanigans from Mace Windu. Vader finally is facing the right way. Maybe he'll roll some good dice now.
And with, like, at the same time of Delta being great, Plo still has 3 agility because he doesn't have.
There it is, the 3 agility showing it off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Range 2 back from Plo. Seeing if he can burn some of that force from Vader.
He can burn some force.
We're not sure how many he has. It's just off camera at the moment.
With the target lock. How much? Yeah, yeah.
And he's gonna stick. Sounds like he said force and 1 damage.
Yeah, so Vader's struggling for force.
So that's the first shield down. A couple people in the chat saying, "Hey, where's the Curled Paw code sponsorship?" Yeah, not this week. Honestly, it's mostly my fault. Actually, I'm gonna say it was 100% my fault. I didn't reach out to Andrew. I've been leaving him alone because he's on vacation right now with his wife, and also just in the whole post Worlds, doing a million things after Worlds. I didn't, in my mind I had head simmed all the things I had to do before and after Worlds, and then during Worlds, and then going through it was like, holy crap, this is a lot more work than I even thought. So this is one of those things that just fell through the cracks. It's like, man, I didn't have time to reach out to Andrew about St. Louis, but I got you guys. We got answers.
We're fine. All right, so Plo's going to get in there nice and close, prevent a token, essentially. I think Obi 2 forwards, Mace 2 forwards, 3 forwards or banks, something. Plo just moseys on in there.
Yeah.
Blocks maybe both the 2 bank and the 1 bank and the 1 forward. Or 1 forward's a white. So maybe the 2 forward you can get a block.
3 straight, not sensing because he can't really afford it.
Yeah. Get the lock. Has the lock. Gets focus.
Yep.
Yeah. I think he'll heighten.
Yeah, there's no reason not to. He has the double modified shot right now. Does a jam with Plo.
Debating on whether he blocks the 3 right now or not. Maybe just take a lock.
Spending a force to get the evade.
Okay.
Force evade just in case. And it doesn't cost him anything.
Or
because he'll regen it.
Yeah, or maybe he's going to hand off the evade to someone.
Fair.
In case the block doesn't happen. If Vader fits, Mace gets an evade.
Right. Three straight. Does it clear?
I think it's looking close.
Oh, but Vader just got served up to Obi-Wan. Range 1 in the side arc right there. Target lock and 2 force available for Obi-Wan.
So Chris, right here, it's really important. So, decides focus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Nick's explaining that the order mattered because he asked which one do you do first. Then Nick did ask him which one do you do first. He declared focus, so no focus. But he did perform the action. He is able to Vader. All right, see if he can pass that evade. He can to Mace. Mace not taking any damage here, most likely.
Yeah,
Focus evade.
Maybe 1.
Still has 2.
Yeah, maybe 1. So Mace is heightening.
Here we go. 1 out the box. And has a lock. 3 hits. Another shield down.
All right. 0, 1, or 2 damage coming in. So at least 1. Spend the evade. Tobin getting to show off all the tricks that are in his arsenal. That feels like curtains. And there it is.
And Vader is off the board. There is the end of that. Vader going down. You know, I think this game is a John.
I wasn't looking at anything. Huh? I wasn't looking at my phone, teacher.
I think this.
I just had a little something on my hand. Take a look at it.
So I think this game is a story of
Scooch into frame.
Come on in. Is a couple of things. Chris just not knowing of some of the abilities that are available.
But hey,
just
made top 8.
That's absolutely made top 8. So congratulations to him. But what we saw Nick use all the tools available to him. Just everything in his list did work at some point. There was no wasted upgrade.
Yeah, and it's 200 points.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you take a bid.
Right.
It's like, I don't need that. Right. And like the prior game, we're like, maybe if they didn't have a heroic, they'd have the bid.
Right.
Right. Or maybe they didn't have this upgrade, and they had the but like Tobin showing, hey, I can build the 200. I can have a sense in there.
Yeah.
And I can get the job done.
Mm-hmm. Just enough.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. So we have
20 minutes plus intermission if we have intermission.
That's right. We got top 4 and then the final. See if we have a judge around to find out about. They're on the other side. So let's go ahead. Let's give some stuff away here, and then we'll get all the information.
Are you going to make me read these?
Yup, because that's fun. That's a fun part. So if you've never participated in our giveaways, which shout out to Darren Granger in the chat. That's the Dead Baron, I believe, is his Twitch name. Right, is it Dead Baron? Are there any numbers in there? The Dead Baron 101.
I'll read the numbers.
So let's give some stuff away. So we have first. This is from the Moisture Farmers. This is the Harrison Dula. That's the voice actress wearing some leku, because she's a Twi'lek, right? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Winner is
Paint Strip.
Look at that, easy.
Thank you, Paint Strip.
You were stressed out about the names.
Oh man, my face was breaking out.
I hope we get a real. Let's get another one here. This is
a Tommy Adams.
A Tommy Adams.
He needs to sign these.
Tell Trevor. Tommy Adams, Chel Travera. You know, he made it here to the top 8. So I'm
he's
curious
still going
to know how things are going over there.
His
So
opponent's sweating, so that's good.
it's Doug Howe. It's a good match. Here we go. Let's find out who gets the Chel Travera. You do have the the stolen side and the destroyed side. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. The winner is
Row Squadron Ace.
He is a gumbo. He is a gumbo.
Extra gumboats in the chat for Row Squadron Ace.
We have a Arch Alliance koozie, giving that away. 3, 2, 1. The winner is
KC Kid 07.
Hey, you're
Kansas City.
Probably in the same state as we are right now.
He's probably out there somewhere on his phone right now. Just come on down.
And just to give a shout out to our buddies at Curled Paw Creatives, we actually do have something here to give away. Somebody handed me these. So for the N1 Naboo Starfighter, these are Curled Paw Creatives. They have the masking on them so you can paint them. Curled Paw Creatives dial covers is what they are. So you put this on the cardboard, and you combine it, and it gets all pretty. They have the N1 ship on them. Looks like there are ones. I have 5 of them. So we'll give away
4.
Give away all 4? I figured do like 2, 2, 1, or even do 1 each.
Hey,
That's
I'm
great.
packing the envelopes.
You got a Rick. You get everybody gets a Rick essentially right now.
I mean, Tommy has proven a point with little Annie.
That's true. See, this could be your Annie or your Rick.
And so is Marcel.
So here we go.
Was Marcel.
Here we go. So you got your Curled Paw dial cover N1.
Your choice. Your choice of pilot.
That's right. 3, 2, 1. Roll it.
Jedi Knight, Aaron.
Congratulations, Aaron.
Yeah.
All right, and last but not least, in remembrance of the TIE Advanced, which I think...
if Ryan made it, he's got a Vader Desi.
That's true. Might not be the last Vader.
Yeah, may not.
But here we go.
So it's Vader on one side.
That's right.
And if you already have Vader in the list, backside's Tempest.
The Tempest Squadron and his medal.
So.
Very cool. Let's do it. Who gets it? 3, 2, 1. Roll it.
D Soul. Okay. 0894.
There you go.
All right,
Congratulations, guys. So we need to find out: are they doing a lunch break? Do we know? We're jumping straight into it. What's the plan?
I'm going to double check with them. The plan is no.
Okay.
Because it's been 5 hours. And we're just going to finish round 3 at that point.
Sure.
So we're running a little bit behind.
Okay.
I mean, probably not.
Okay. I just need to know so I can tell them. They're still resolving games and stuff like that? All right, cool. We still have 15 minutes and change. That's fine. Cool. That's fine. I'll tell them if it changes. So right now, guys, we're going to assume that we're not having a lunch break. And if we do, I will come back and let you know. So at this point, we're going to say we'll be back at 1 o'clock.
Sure.
Okay, we'll be back at 1 o'clock here with a time, with a top 4 of the St. Louis Grand Championship.
24 minutes.